Last week, U.S. border agents encountered an average of over 2,000 migrants per day, according to the city of El Paso. The influx of migration comes just as the lifting of Title 42 was halted by the U.S. Supreme Court, but many migrants are still waiting at the border in hopes of being granted asylum. Javier Martin is a Nicaraguan who began his journey to the United States 1 month ago due to what he says are bad conditions in his own country. He was dropped off at Rescue Mission El Paso after being processed by United States border agents. He said that he left due to bad economic conditions and government overreach.
No tenemos libre expresión de expresar las cosas que sentimos porque
we don't have free expression because if we speak against the government, then the government puts us in jail, and we are condemned for years.
Años de cadenas perpetuas.
He says his trip to the border left him scarred, as he alleged that Mexican immigration authorities abused him and others.
Una mentalidad de sufrimiento porque miramos cosas como gente viola, muchachas que fueron abusadas.
It's a suffering mentality. We saw things like a young girl that was abused. We had to run or hide because we were assaulted. They took $800 and my cell phone. We could no longer travel to our destiny. Many abused young girls, many children abused by Mexican immigration authorities.
Ya no pude viajar al destino que tuve que viajar. Muchas jóvenes abusadas, muchos niños abusados por parte de las autoridades migratorias en México.
Nicole Roulette is Director of Marketing at Rescue Mission El Paso, a homeless shelter that also takes in migrants that have been processed by U.S. border agents. She says that with the influx of migrants, the shelter is well over capacity.
So our capacity is 190, and right now we're somewhere around 220, 230. So as you can imagine, we've had to overflow into the chapel, into the library, into conference rooms. Any inch of space that we have, we've been utilizing. Most of the shelters are all full now. So when the title gets lifted, those numbers are going to increase, but the numbers that our shelters can take is just a drop in the bucket compared to. So that's why we kind of prioritize getting them where they need to be, getting them to flow through, not have them stuck here and not know where to go or how to figure out a plan. We try to equip them the best that we can to get them on their way.
Nico Palazzo is a staff attorney at Las Americas Immigrant Advocacy Center in El Paso, a nonprofit organization that helps migrants through the legal process of coming into the United States. He said that this increase in migrants affects the U.S. as a whole, not just the borderlands.
These are individuals who are coming. They're, for the most part, not settling or deciding to stay on the border. They're going to their final destination, wherever it may be. It could be a cornfield in Iowa, it could be Manhattan, it could be Oregon. So it affects every corner of the United States.
He said while there hasn't been enough done on a legislative level to prepare for the end of Title 42, the city needs to look at the influx of migrants from a humanitarian perspective.
These are individuals who are fleeing situations of horrific violence. They are very traumatized from their journeys to the border. And so the right investments should be directed to housing, orientation, social support, case management, providing individuals with the tools and the foundation that they need to be able to best thrive in the United States.
Though his journey has been grueling, Martin said that he was grateful for all the support that he's gotten in the United States.
Me siento agradecido con la misión.
I'm grateful for what Rescue Mission El Paso has given us. Good support, food, and medical care. And we greatly thank the U.S. government, the mission of the United States, and everyone because they have been good to us in this country.
Al gobierno de Estados Unidos, la misión de Estados Unidos y a todos ellos porque se han portado muy bueno con nosotros aquí en este país.
With the current influx of migration, shelters in El Paso are not able to take in every person in need of help. And with the lifting of Title 42 looming, officials are expecting resources to be strained even further. For KRWG Public Media, I'm Johnny Coker.